Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. First things first, introduction. My name is Jack. I'm an account executive here at JCS. So, the agenda. So, we're going to very briefly touch upon access options. Hopefully, everybody has been able to log into their subscription. We'll touch on those very briefly. And then we will get into how to search more effectively, moving on to JSTOR's new AI tool, using your personal workspace, and finally finish off with usage and the admin area. So with all that being said, I will now share my screen with everybody and we will head to the JSTOR homepage. So first things first, access. So hopefully everybody, once you have subscribed, has managed to be able to access their subscription. Our main access options are single sign-on for Microsoft and Google. We have IP authentication, and also JSTOR will set everybody up automatically with a backup generic username and password. So there are multiple different ways of getting in. If anybody is having any issues, or if anybody has any questions about any of those access options, please do get in touch with JCS support team. So moving on to searching and using JSTOR and using your subscription. So this is the homepage. This is how it will greet you once you are logged in. I'm going to conduct a very broad search term to show you how we can start to narrow down our search results using the filters on the left-hand side of the screen. So as you can see, I have returned 750,000 results here. So for a student embarking perhaps on their first research project, that's quite an intimidating number of results. So it's really important that we show our students how to be able to filter these down to the more meaningful results that they are actually going to use. So on the left-hand side here, you can see our first set of filters is going to be academic content. For the purposes of my search, I'm going to stick to journals. And all of a sudden, we've gone from way over 700,000 to over 500,000. So cut that down quite nicely. We could also filter by primary source. I'm going to leave that for this search. During this drop down here, we can look at dates. So we can put in a date range and apply that. And that should cut our results down again. So there we go. We're now down to 350,000 results. Subject, a really, really important one here. So this is going to really narrow down my search results. I'm going to look for economics in climate change, which will begin again to really cut down my search results. So remember, we had 750,000 results to begin with, and we're now down to just less than 20,000. Just by using these filters on the left-hand side. We can also filter by language in the left-hand side here that you can all see. And finally, at the bottom here, access type. Now, this is a really, really important area for our students. If they were to tick the everything box, that would then return all results across JSTOR. So that might include ebooks that you may not subscribe to. It may include Hebrew and Irish collections that you may not subscribe to as well. If they keep the content I can access box ticked, they will only return results that your school has access to, be it open access books that you can see here or journal articles that you get through your secondary school's license. So really, really important that we keep that box ticked. So moving on, I'm going to show the advanced search feature here. So just above the search box, and this appears on the home page as well. So as soon as you log in, you'll be able to click on the advanced search. We are going to see a lot of the filters that we saw from the last search on the left-hand side of the page. But instead of searching first and then filtering, we're going to begin to construct a search before we need to do that. So our first thing, so I've got my term in at the top, so climate change again. I'm searching through all fields. I can begin to filter this down should I need to. So I can actually look specifically in the abstract, caption, item title, or the author. I'm going to keep it to all fields for now. So for those that haven't used the Boolean search terms as well, we can actually really filter down by using these. So I'm going to put wind farms in here. So at the moment, I'm looking for climate change and wind farms that appear anywhere in an article. I can change this to be or, so it would be climate change or wind farms, climate change, not wind farms. And then I have my filters down here that will allow me to search within 5, 10, or 25 words. For the purposes of this search, I'm going to search for climate change and wind farms. Again, content I can access, making sure not to return results that are going to block me from getting in. Item type, we have our language box again. We have our publication date. So I'm going to look to really narrow this down if I can. We can, if we know exactly what to look for, we know the journal or we know the title that we're looking for, we can pop that in that box here. Again, we have our different subject areas that we can search through. So we saw how much that filtered down our search from before. And then we scroll all the way to the bottom of the page and I'm ready to submit my advanced search. So remember the initial search that I did of climate change was 750,000 results. By using the advanced search feature, I've got that down to 401 results of accurate research that I'm looking for. So really important that your students are able to do that. So I'm going to move over to the next tab here and I'm going to show you briefly JSTOR's new AI tool. So before I get into showing how the AI tool works, I am going to mention that this can be turned on or off by your school's administrator. So if you don't want this showing for your students, you can turn this feature off as well. So once you click into the article or the book chapter, whatever it is that you found that is going to help you with your research, on the right-hand side of your screen here, this is where JSTOR's AI tool shows up. So it automatically puts in a couple of prompts and it will begin to show you how it works. For the purposes of this, I'm going to use one of the pre-made prompts down here. So what is this about? So the AI tool is now going to skim the article that I have here that I've clicked into, and it is going to summarize in the right-hand side here the article that I'm looking at. So really, really useful if we're looking to save time, if we, or our students rather, are looking to just get an idea that what they're looking at is going to help them with their research, it is going to help them with their extended essay, for example. And they can type their own prompts into here. And the AI tool will pick it up and it will summarize or it will do what the student has asked it to do. What the AI tool doesn't do at the moment is it won't cross-search through JSTOR. So it is just focused on the article that you are in. So you wouldn't be able to search, for example, for another article that is similar to this one. The AI tool just works in the article that you are looking at. So in terms of our general use of JSTOR, that is about it. So that's our two searching methods and the JSTOR AI tool. What I'm going to show you now is the usage area, the admin area and usage. So in fact, sorry, before we get onto that, I'm going to touch upon our workspace. So within JSTOR, we are able to, once logged in, so you'll either see your name and your email address up in the top right-hand corner of the screen, and underneath you will see your workspace. So here you are able to save and return to journal articles that you have read previously. So for me, I'm going to click into my workspace, as you've just seen. And as you can see down here, I already have a couple of folders pre-saved. So if I click into climate change folder here, this will then show me the journal articles that I have previously saved. So if I need to go straight back into my research and pick up where I left off last time I was here, I'm able to do that really, really easily by just clicking on the article and straight away I'm back to where I was. To save this article, all I've done is click the save button here. This then gives me the option of where I need to save it to, so I can go onto my created folders, or if I need to create a new folder, I can do that from here also. So really, really simple and easy feature to use, but saves so much time when we are conducting our research. So now the admin area and usage. So in that top right-hand corner where our name or our email address appears, if you hover over that, you can see the JSTOR admin. If you don't see the JSTOR admin, you are not an administrator for your school's account. You either need to get in touch with the person that is, or get in touch with our support team at JCS, and we can get that set up with JSTOR for you. So here, this will come up with your school name at the top here, your name right along next to it, and a snapshot on the home screen of usage. But we can pull a much more detailed usage report, which I'll show you all how to do in just a moment. I'm going to click on Access Methods first and show you how the Access Methods tab looks. So the first page is IP addresses. This will give you a list of your current IP addresses that you have logged with JSTOR. This will not let you edit the IP addresses, but what you can do is check if it has changed, or you notice that one of them's dropped off or one of them's not correct, then you can contact the support team here at JCS and we can get that changed with JSTOR. You're not able to edit that yourself. The area that you are able to edit is single sign-on. So down at the bottom here, you can see you've got Google and Microsoft, or you can tick not participating if you're not using single sign-on. You can also add your email domains in here. So once you tick your provider, you then add your email domain through here and then save. And it's as simple as that. You've then set up single sign-on. If your school has more than one domain, so your staff and your students have different email domains, that both can be added within JSTOR. So no need to have just one. You can have both emails in there. Finally, remote username and password. Again, this is something that you can check. You can't change it in JSTOR, but if ever anybody's unsure what your backup login details are for your generic username and password, you are able to check that from here as well. If you do want to make a change from that, that again is something that you need to get in touch with our support team here at JCS. So user management. So again, your school will appear in the top here. The area here will allow you to add users, it will allow you to remove users, and it will allow you to grant admin permission for users as well. So as long as you are the administrator and you've got into the admin area, you will be able to add people. You don't have to add people this way, but if somebody is struggling, all you would need to do is add the user. They would then get a verification link to their email, which they can click on, and then they finish the sign-up process from there. Equally, if you have a staff member that you would like to make an administrator, if they've already signed up, their email will appear down below. You tick the box that says make an admin, and it's as simple as that. They will then have the administrative rights as well, which you can do from the setup as well. So if you are setting up a staff member, you are able to set them up with administrative rights as well. So finally, in the admin area, our usage reports. So we click the drop down from the reports. We go into counter 5.1. From here, we're going to click create report. And then at the top of the screen here, make sure that it is the correct school. I'll be very surprised if it comes up with another school's name, but just in case it does, make sure that you've got the correct account showing at the top. We always recommend to go for the database master report. This is going to give us the most in-depth and wide-ranging report. So it gives a really good overview of generic usage for your account. Date range. Day-to-day report, you can rename that if you need to. And then the final thing to check here is the email address. So this will default to the admin account that you have logged in with. So whatever email it is you've used to log in, it will automatically fill down here. If you want it to go to a different email address, or you want to send it to a staff member directly, then you can simply get rid of this email address and type in the email that you would like it to go to instead. Once you've clicked continue, another page will come up and you can click continue on that as well. And then it will begin to generate your report. Your report will start to show here as it's processing. And then once it has completed processing, you are able to click and view from this page, as well as getting emailed a copy as well. So that is it for JSTOR. So we have touched on all of the subject areas there. I am now going to throw it over to everybody here. If anybody has any questions at all, we've got about 5 minutes. There is a Q&A tab that you can click and pop your questions in there. So I shall give everybody a couple of minutes just to get their questions in there. Cool. So we've got a few questions appearing, which is fantastic. So I've got a couple of questions here about the AI tool in JSTOR. So where you'll find it, it will appear automatically in your school's account. So if it isn't already activated, please let our support team at JCS know. It should be activated now for all schools automatically. And then it's a case, if you don't want it to appear for your students when they're searching, you can deactivate it within the admin area. But if it's not showing or you're having access issue with it, please let support know and we can get that sorted for you. The demo will be linked, so all the recordings, we have a recording from this morning, and this webinar will also be recorded and sent out to all participants, so don't worry about that. How do I find out the administrator of our school? So great question. If you don't know, contact our support team here at JCS. JSTOR will be able to sort that out for us. And if you need to get a new administrator set up, so Sarah, if you need to get yourself set up as the administrator, we can do that. And then you'll be able to log in, see the admin area that I showed you, and you'll be able to manage those users as well. So you'll be able to see who is or was, if they've left the school, the administrator for the account initially. So text analyzer. We are also a little bit disappointed to see the text analyzer go. It was JSTOR's decision. It wasn't ours, but they're hoping that as they develop the AI tool, that it will take the place of what the text analyzer did and what it was. The AI tool that JSTOR are using at the moment, it is still kind of in the testing phases, or was until the latter stages of last year. So they're hoping to develop that. I don't believe that there are plans at the moment to bring the text analyzer back. I believe they're hoping the AI tool will take the place. Where is the AI icon on the homepage? So it's not on the homepage. It's only when you click into the actual journal or the actual article that you were wanting to read about. So the actual AI, if you want to know where you can switch it on and off, it's in the admin area. So you can't see, yeah. So if you can't see the AI tool when you're getting into the journal or the article, please pop us an email, because it should be showing in schools' accounts now. And if it's not, then we can speak to JSTOR and get that replicated. So let us know. So all of our contact details, including our phone number, will all be in the email that follow. Cool. I'm just reading these last couple of questions here. Cool. So a couple of questions about the phone number. All of that will be shared. Are we planning to expand the understanding series? So that is JSTOR's own kind of access series. So that is up to JSTOR. So we're hoping that they're going to continue to add to it. That's something that we know schools utilize really well. So I have just flipped over to our support materials to round off our webinar. So as you can see from my screen, hopefully, we have linked the support materials. So this PowerPoint will be sent to everybody, whether you attended live or whether you are getting the recording. So you will have the PowerPoint, and there are links on this slide to JSTOR's success guides. So they have LibGuides, they have videos, they've got an enormous range of support materials for schools. So we highly, highly recommend that you follow some of these links and use some of their promotional materials. And then finally from us, we have some support materials written by JCS to help you use and promote your digital subscriptions within your school. So I am afraid that we have run out of time. So if anybody does have any other issues that have sprung off the back of this, any issues with the AI tool or access with your administrator, please do get in contact with either myself or anybody here at JCS. We will be happy to help. Thank you all very much for listening. Thank you for those that attended live, and thank you very much for those that are watching the recording. We hope to speak to you all soon, and we hope that we continue to use JSTOR subscriptions even better. Thank you very much.